You're listening to Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
SMS Pulse 95.
We want to hear from you. 4215 anytime.
Pulse.
It's Yalla Home, it's Anna Schofield and Big Hass. And you know what I realised today?
Yeah.
We've only got
Couple of
one
days.
more day on air after this. So actually, this is the day before the weekend.
No, I mean, we're going to be here in 8, though.
I know, but we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to be here on Thursday.
Yeah, truth.
So we've got the weekend
Good job,
coming.
good job. I'm just trying to put it out. But yeah, you know, blessings. I mean, you know, it is Eid al-Adha coming in, but it's coming in with that nice vibe and
Lovely vibe.
also with that COVID-19 situation. We have the updates, I believe, for today coming in. We're going to be telling you about that globally as well. A lot of things are happening globally. What's going on as well, Anna?
Right, actually, I'm having a glitch here on my system.
Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Yes, we didn't talk about it properly.
We didn't talk about it yesterday. We're going to talk about the fact that they're obviously Greek.
Okay, I'm back in. Okay, thank goodness for that. I was really worried.
She back. What else?
I'm
I
back.
can say the whole thing. Gone with the Wind star. We have to speak about this. Now I realize who she is when I saw the picture.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, it blew me away. You know, it's one of the. She's an icon, and she's been alive since 1916. That's pretty good going. We're going to be talking about wearable air conditioners.
Yes,
now,
Anna.
this is for men. I mean, obviously, some women. It's a very sexist thing that I've just said. It's just that I know a lot of big guys, and I like big guys, and big guys get hot, and they wear t-shirts even in -3, and they just want, you know, to be cooler all the time. This thing you put in your pocket, and it can bring down your temperature by 13 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of them. It's not a new invention. It's been happening. Like it's been like there's a lot of t-shirts that has it.
But it's not that. This is a thing that you actually carry. It's a new thing.
No.
I was upset though when you said it's not a new thing. I was like, it is
It's
a
like
new
a
thing.
physical thing?
Yeah. You
But-
put it in your pocket, and it reduces your
Temperature.
surface skin
Interesting.
temperature.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
I have a lot to say about that, actually. Okay.
Have you heard about Andrea Bocelli kicking off?
No, what happened with him?
He's kicked off. He's had a go at the Italian government, and he
Nice.
said he's humiliated and offended.
That he's Italian?
No, about Italy's lockdown. He's really gone for it as well. He's furious.
They
I was
locked
really
down again,
surprised.
Italy?
No, the previous lockdown. And everyone has obviously gone, but hang on a minute, you're Italy's darling. You sung from the cathedral and you did all that thing. And he's like, yeah, well, that's fine, but I don't care. I really feel it's
Well,
he's kicked off. And
a
I'm
man
not,
gotta
I'm not-
do what a man gotta do.
It's quite controversial though as well, Hass.
Nice.
He didn't believe that there's actually a virus out there.
Well, you know, he might be true. Might be right. But anyway, we're not here to speak about that.
No,
we're
well,
also going to be
we-
talking about BIA. And, of course, they're Sharjah-based. And they're set to build a solar farm over capped landfill. Damn.
They are. Yes, that's true. That's true. It's
Wow.
amazing. And what does... Is it Yani?
Yani.
Yani mean?
Yani.
Arabic's most versatile word. I'm loving these new words.
Shout out to
by
Saeed.
Yeah.
From the National. Okay.
Love it.
It's going to be a nice show. I feel we're going to kick off a lot of in the show. It's going to be nice.
Oh,
So
you feel it, do you?
I feel it already.
Feel
The
a
ener-
rumble
the-
coming.
The energy's there.
Music covered. This is Pulse 95.
And it's Yalla Home, and it's kind of the day before the weekend, because the weekend is very special. It's Eid al-Adha.
Hella
And
wallah. Yeah.
here we are.
Definitely, you know, blessings. We're definitely going to be talking about that more tomorrow for sure. But right now, let's speak about the COVID-19 updates for the 28th of July. The results, the cases are announced today. We had 369 cases today with 43,622 tests done today.
Wow.
Which is still under that 1% kind of margin. The total number of cases in the UAE is 59,546 cases in the United Arab Emirates. We've had 395 recovered today. You know, it is like, you know, it's ranging between, I would say, 250 to 350 for the past 10 days, couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of range. I met a friend of mine yesterday, and he was saying that, you know, like, when it comes to this COVID-19 situation, the world is somehow learning how to adapt with something like that till now, although we've been at it for 5-6 months.
Yeah.
But it's something that you've been saying, and the WHO, whatever they're called, these guys, they've been saying in terms of like every now and then they discover something new. Which when he said that, I kind of got worried. And I understand where someone like Andrea Bocelli is coming from right now.
Yeah.
Because right now they can put everything, when I say they, the powers that may be, in that. Oh, yes, this. Oh, we didn't know that. Oh, no. Because right now, for example, Lebanon is a very interesting case. Started off very slow in Lebanon, very slow. And just yesterday, they announced a lockdown, a semi-lockdown for tomorrow. And then next week will be total lockdown. Lebanon, they're just starting to lock down, which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
You know?
it's taken a while, huh?
Yeah, why? You
Why?
know? Exactly, that's like, why now? Before, it wasn't a total lockdown. Now, no one is allowed to go out. Remember how we weren't allowed to go out for 2 weeks over here?
Yeah.
Or so, like not even going out. And
No.
even going out requires a permit.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So it's kind of crazy, and it is just weird. The whole thing and the bottom line is you gotta be safe and realize that you don't need to shake hand with people. Don't get closer to people. Elbow bump or even a salute from far. Masks on. And I think that's how you make it, But the thing is, they got someone yesterday on CNN speaking about the fact that it's airborne. Someone from this WHO department.
I was wondering when this is going to start.
The airborne thingy is making everyone obviously even more nervous right now. Like,
Of course.
So now even when you walk into a community or a place, so
It could be around.
It could be what?
But probably not. I mean, they said it wasn't airborne, so maybe
Yeah.
it actually lingers around for a little bit. I mean, if it's airborne, we're all stuffed, I think, It's,
Stuffed.
everybody's stuffed.
What's happening globally?
Oh, such weird news coming out
Tell me.
of everywhere. All right, let's start with the UK, just because it's quite a dramatic headline. You know that the UK over the weekend decided that any holiday makers coming from Spain would have to quarantine for 2
Yeah.
weeks. And there was loads of people over there already holidaying because they've been allowed to go. So then they had a backlash and you didn't tell us. And blah, blah, blah. The government came out and said, look, we're just trying to operate as quickly as we can and
Okay.
react as quickly as we can. Now they're saying the reason they did it, this is the Prime Minister has said this, signs of the second coronavirus wave are showing in Europe. And that's why they've had to do it. And he's calling it the second coronavirus wave. And
It's
so
something they've been
UK
talking
can't
about.
afford it. Yeah. And then if we cut over to Portugal, you've got the Madeleine McCann case kind of roaring through. Police are searching Hanover at the moment, an allotment there. If you don't know about the Madeleine McCann case, it's properly about 10 to 12 years old, I think. Little girl went missing in Portugal years and years and years ago, and it was hugely high profile. The parents have never given up looking for her. She was taken from the villa, and it really rocked everyone at the time.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it was about 12 years ago. Anyway, they got new evidence a few months ago during lockdown, I feel like it was. And they got new evidence and they think they found someone connected with it. He's already in jail for something else. So all of that's playing out. Do you remember the US ambassador or a US ambassador to South Korea having a controversial moustache? Do you remember that piece
No.
of news? Okay, so the US, I want you to imagine an American man. He is the US ambassador and he's in South Korea. He had a moustache that was very controversial. They called it colonial, which is, and it was kind of, black underneath his nose.
Okay.
So there's a slight kind of Hitler resemblance, if I'm just trying to paint the picture for you. Well, the thing is, he got a load of stick for it and said, you can't, everyone was like, you can't walk around like that. It's too colonial. And, we've had to, certainly the Brits have had to apologise continually for the colonial period of history, and rightly so. He's shaved it off and it's made national news. We've also got
Damn.
some,
That's funny. Okay.
TikTok influencers are getting into trouble in Egypt. It's interesting, all this TikTok stuff, because I was talking to someone the other day and they were saying, are you a TikToker? And I said, no, I think I've missed the boat on that. And you were talking about it, Hass. You were like, I'm there with the TikTok. But a friend of mine, and how old is she? She's about 35. She said she's trying TikTok. She said, I just don't understand it. I literally don't understand what is happening. So she's scrolling through.
I think it's mad creative. Like
Yeah.
TikTok is mad creative.
It eats
It's not easy, but it's just you consume media real quick. But it's funny you
Yeah.
say that because in Kuwait as well, yesterday there was a big kind of rundown about celebrities and social media influencers being accused of money laundering
Through TikTok.
through social media generally.
wow.
And it's just kind of crazy like how it is. So there's a lot of money thrown around, a lot of things, and they had to go on social media and kind of say it's really crazy news today. Like,
Isn't it crazy news?
Yeah.
And you know what? In the middle of it, the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has also launched an obesity program.
Obesity program.
Yeah, he says that when he got to power, he was overweight and he wants to help. He said, look, we can't go around being too fat. We want people to be thin. And as a result of that, he's going to do everything he can to help it. He's leading the fray. And he said that cyclists are going to get bike repair vouchers under this new obesity strategy. So it's for people to get fit, stop using cars and using bikes in London. Random. Meanwhile, pandemic's raging.
Very random.
Yeah. So there you go. That is the
nothing to say about that.
There you go. That's the line
I
off.
just want to
of the
say
national
to
headline.
everybody that's being called fat or big, I just think it's really unfair how we are put on, but this is something we can talk about later.
No, don't do the.
No, but
don't
I
do
mean
the
no, I'm-
perfectly healthy.
No, I mean like how it is, like in terms of this is what my point is. It doesn't matter how you look as long as you're healthy. And
As
I
long
hate
as you're healthy.
I
And
hate the
you're-
narrative
but you're
of
a big unit. You're not fat or obese.
yeah, but this is what it is. Like, I've been called obese before. I've been called fat.
Who called you that?
A lot of people.
I will
call me
punch
fat.
them for
yeah,
that.
I'm just saying. I've been called, but the thing is, the interesting part of that I've learned in the past kind of 5-6 years. It's like really, you can be like a large, fella
Yeah.
or lady for that matter, and then still healthy. And I think the
Agreed.
narrative of just being called fat and just being obsessed with thin, you can still be healthy and big. That's what I'm saying.
And I think that is kind of what he's saying. Look, Boris Johnson, have you seen him? There's no way he's going down to a men's 10. But what he's trying to do is showing pictures of him walking the dog, and he's trying to be more healthy.
Yeah, the lifestyle of healthy is. It's a good. Yeah, let's talk about that up
All
next.
right,
How it is
okay.
to be healthy. We're gonna Dr. Haas and Dr. Hannah. We're gonna
Hannah? Who's
Did
Hannah?
I say Hannah? I'm thinking about. I didn't say Hannah.
You said Hannah.
It was like Anna. This is like an
500
Arabic.
million people heard
So
you
many
say
times
it.
you call me House, so I'm just
Hannah.
replying the face.
Pulse 95 music with a twist of acoustic.
acoustic.
And it's Yalla Home on a very fine Tuesday afternoon, which is the day before the weekend, because we have beautiful Eid al-Adha weekend coming up, which means that we will get Thursdays off. So gorgeous. What's that face for? You need to speak, because obviously radio is an audio process. Seriously. Right, we're going to talk about parking.
100%.
I knew you'd join in.
I know.
I knew you couldn't
Yeah.
keep
See,
it
this,
up.
See, this is the thing. This is how you get a person.
What?
I'm just saying.
What do you
What
mean?
you just did right now. I gotta speak like this
Yeah,
from
I
now
d-
on. This is-
Yeah, I do. I like it
Use your
when you
voice
go
over. Yeah,
deep.
you said like the deep voice.
I love it when
But
you
it's
get
not, it's not
deep.
a cool thing. Like this is me more like it, no?
No, that's fine and everything, but
Like, I'll speak
when
like
you
this
go...
if I'm speaking to the Queen, maybe.
What?
Be
Well,
like,
I am virtually the queen, so...
Yeah, truth.
Yeah.
We'll be like, it'll be like this. Free parking announced in Sharjah, ladies and gentlemen, and the municipality actually will continue issuing fines for violators who park their vehicle allegedly,
What? Do you mean illegally?
illegally.
Oh, no, please say allegedly. Did you just say allegedly? That's amazing.
Illegally. Allegedly. No, yeah, but no. On a more serious note, obviously Sharjah will be enjoying free parking for 4 days, and starting from Thursday, July 30th,
Yeah.
until Sunday, August 2nd.
But what happens if you do some parking allegedly?
Bums.
What do you... No, but you can't park...
If
Hang
you-
on, it's free parking, so then you can't get
The
allegedly.
municipality will continue issuing fines for cars who park their vehicle in an illegal way.
In a legal way.
Yeah.
All right, so just
still, it's not
find
like,
a spot,
it's
sit
not like,
in it, you're
yeah,
fine.
it's not like you have free parking anywhere.
You
know?
can't just pitch up the side of the road
Yeah.
and bump up the curb. All
That's
right.
funny though how
Got
you
it.
say. Why? I just want to say that you are something. Yeah.
Where's-
This
what's
is such
happening now?
This is an Arab thing, by the way. You know,
Okay.
I think Said should speak about that next. Like he spoke about
Yeah, I love
شوية,
Said.
He spoke about I think this is something. You are something.
But why? Why?
Because you are interesting, very interesting character. It will be very interesting to, Have you ever sat down with a psychologist?
Yes.
Well, it'd be super dope to understand this whole topic between,
Well, between us, the cultural one.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah?
Like me and Drew sitting down with a psychologist and they're like asking us questions.
It would go on for
It's
days.
going to go crazy, fam.
Can you imagine? Because you've got a psychologist who wants to comment, and
I
you've got
know.
me and you. Like, no one is being quiet.
No one.
We are fighting for airtime.
No, I think
We'd
they'll
be
be
in there
quiet.
days.
They would love to listen.
Do you think?
Yeah, we'll get paid to do this.
Well, we just do a show on the sofa
Oh,
with the
yeah.
psychologist's jaw on the floor.
Yo, you kidding? Let's speak to our people here. I'm telling you, this is something about your mind and my mind that's crazy. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay.
Man, oh man, the way we go left on this show is crazy. But we're going to be right back after those headlines, ladies and gentlemen. Again, free parking from Thursday to Sunday. Keep it locked.
Woohoo!
You're listening to
Pulse 95.
Hip hop in the building.
It's Yalla Home. It's Yalla Home on the day before the weekend, because we've got an early weekend. Woo woo! It's Pulse 95. Very exciting drive home tonight. We're live through till 8 o'clock. All right, I meant to talk about this yesterday, but you didn't stop talking, House, so I'm going to talk about it today.
Wow. Let's talk about basketball, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you wanted to talk about.
No, Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita Wilson, they are officially citizens of Greece. And this is the headline: I am Greek in my soul and my spirit. Now, the way it's written, you'd think Tom said that. He didn't. It was actually his wife, Rita Wilson, who said it. Here's what went down.
Tell us the juice.
The couple have been presented with passports for Greece, okay, by the Prime Minister. I would love to pronounce the Prime Minister's name, but
I'll do
when
it.
you
I'll do
have
it. Where
Greek
is it? What's his
names,
name? What's his name?
K-Y
Minister. Kyriakos
Mitsotakis.
Mitsotakis.
Mitsotakis. You did
Woo!
well.
Yes.
You did well.
Allah
Well done.
Akbar.
Okay, I like
Yes.
that a lot. Okay, and this is the thing. So it turns out that Rita Wilson, because they're proud to be Greek citizens now. They love it. They love it there. She's very Greek. She has her mother, Dorothea, was Greek, and her father was Bulgarian.
Oh.
But he was born in Oreo, I don't know that island, in Greece. Her parents moved to America in 1949, and his father changed his name. Blah, blah, blah. Life goes on. Grew up in California, la, la, la. But the thing is that her and Tom go back there a lot. And Rita said, this is a quote from her, my name, Rita Wilson, not a very Greek name, but I am Greek in my soul and my spirit.
Sorry to interrupt you. I got to show you this.
Is that photo?
This is the Prime Minister, and that's Tom Hanks. Is this a man's face that he's happy he got his? I'm just telling you, that's not fair.
That's a very Tom face, though.
That's not a Tom face.
That's
Tom
a Tom
Hanks.
face.
That's a Tom
Yeah,
face.
it's a Tom Hanks doing his good face. He's doing his good face. Look,
Everybody's
he's just
smiling
like-
except him.
No, that was him. He was clearing his throat at the time,
He's
and they
not
snapped the
happy
shot.
he got their citizenship.
No, he's totally
He's been
happy.
forced by his wife to get a citizenship, and that's what's happening.
I wouldn't
Women
go around
rule the
saying
world.
that. Yeah, they do. And Rita will come after you, and she will bite you. They did a video in 2016 for the International Foundation for Greece.
Nice.
And in it, obviously, she got close to her roots. Her mother, she says, when they're growing up, talked so much about Greece and blah, 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 blah. Loves it, loves it. Anyway, let's cut to the good bit. So,
Oh, there's a good bit.
there's a good bit. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson own a home on the island of Antiparos. Have you heard of this?
Oh no, yes, I know that.
In the Cyclades, there's some beautiful islands. You've got Santorini, Mykonos.
Love Mykonos.
Mykonos.
Mykonos. I love that.
Yeah, beautiful.
I love Santorini though. It's my dream.
Santorini is...
Take my family there, man. Oh man, I'm just saying, you know.
No, it's fantastic. And if you go by boat...
You've been there.
Yeah, twice.
How come, fam?
I know. I went travelling round the Cyclades. In my gap year between university and, finishing my A-levels. So that's what I did, and I travelled around by boat. And as we approached Santorini on this huge ferry thing, it was just a black cliff face, because of course it's right next to a volcano.
Yes.
So there's a volcano,
Yeah.
and then there's the island of Santorini, which is built from volcanic rock that spewed out of the volcano. So you have to get a donkey, or you have to get a coach, or whatever, up the zigzag. But it's incredible.
Which we said last year, the tourists, where there were the heavy tourists, remember?
Yeah.
The heavy tourists were not allowed
On
to
the
ride on the
donkey.
donkey because
No.
they're heavy.
But it's really far up.
But yeah, I
it's
get it, I get
so
it, you know, like-
And then they've built restaurants and homes. They call them cave dwellings, and they've built cave houses into the side of the mountain.
Khalas, Anna, you're exciting us.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And the sun goes down behind the volcano.
Ya Allah. What does that
Just
have to
saying.
do with Tom Hanks?
Okay, so Antiparos, there's an island called Paros, which everyone knows about. Paros is quite a party island, super fun, loads of restaurants, very, very lovely. Now, Antiparos is the island next to Paros, and people don't go there so much. when I went there, the electricity was turned off at like 9 p.m. They didn't have overnight electricity.
Beautiful.
We got the boat there, and it takes about 20 minutes on a boat between Paros and Antiparos. And Antiparos, I mean, I'm talking a long time ago. It's like 15 years ago. But there was no electricity in the evenings. It was all very homemade, and organic and
I like that.
beautiful and off the beaten path. That's where Tom Hanks
Oh, they're
and his
living
wife
there.
have a house.
Wow.
Tucked away in Antiparos. They go
great.
there every year. No one knows about this. And they spend the summer in the Mediterranean. No one knew.
Well, now we know.
Now we know. Everyone will be buying property there now.
Yes.
Yeah.
After listening to Anna Schofield, of course.
It's very gorgeous, though, lying on the beaches there, because it's so untouristy. Or it was. I'm sure they've
I
made
hear
it
you.
more touristy.
You're saying
now.
it's uncommercial.
That's the word. Yeah,
Nice.
uncommercial.
Nice.
At the time, it
I like
was.
those places.
Oh, it's just candles everywhere. The restaurant stayed open even though the electricity went out, and it was just candles.
How are they cooking?
I don't know.
It's interesting.
But then it was all olives and kind of cold meze and
Meze?
it's just
You guys say meze as well?
the Greek meze.
I mean, hey.
Hey, just
There's
crossed
the
an Arab line.
Jordanian meze, there's the Lebanese meze.
There's a Greek meze.
It's not meze, it's Arab.
Oh, yeah. The slam hand. I love the slam hand.
Yeah, Allah.
Yeah, but I think the Greeks, I mean, they were there too.
Let's not get started with the Greek and the Turkish and Arab. Like that's you're gonna lose right there.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but come on, you all kind of.
It's food at the end of the day. That's for me. It don't matter who did it. If I'm hungry, I'm eating.
Okay, hummus,
Oh, love hummus.
tamasalata.
What's that?
Tamasalata?
Tamasalata? What's a tamasalata?
Tamasalata is like this.
Am I getting it wrong? How do you spell that?
Guys, anyone? 4215. How do you...
Salata you mean? Salata.
No, I don't mean salata.
This one? Tamasalata.
Ah, tamasalata. Yeah, it's slightly pink, and it's kind of...
Oh, that I
it's
haven't tried that
potato
one. Yeah, it's a
and
Greek meze apparently.
there you go.
Oh, wow.
It's so beautiful. That and olives and fresh bread, that's it.
Nah,
We're
I'm
good.
loyal to my roots. I do the Arab thingy.
But you can try.
Nah.
You could...
Nah.
What, you're saying you'd never try Greek meze?
Treason.
If you're Greek, 4215.
I'd definitely love to try.
Yeah,
Love
you
it.
must.
Yeah, just
He's backing
messing
down.
with your head. Blessings and peace to everybody.
Art of shouting.
This is Pulse 95. Pulse 95.
It's Yalla Home, and we have 2 hours of the show left. Don't go anywhere. We're driving you home across the UAE and the Schofield Big House. Why are you booing us? Wow. Are you booing me again? Is this about the Greek meze and the tamasalata?
Yeah, you got
Still with that.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. I'm going to bring you some tamasalata into the studio.
do that.
We'll have it with some Greek bread.
Yalla. Okay, coming up in the hour, we are speaking about the music rates, and we are going to talk about Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, the two are exclusive though. They don't come together. We're not doing Andrea Bocelli in the music rates.
Wow, I'd see how that be understood. Okay.
Yeah. So he has come out with some kind of controversial statements. It's controversial for him to stand up against the Italian government, but that's exactly what he's done.
Can't mess with Andrea Bocelli.
No. And at the age he's at and doing what he's done, he just went, no, it's absolutely awful. I'm humiliated and offended.
I do understand, Anna, however, that you have a personal story with the music greats.
I do. I've never told it on air before.
We'll be intrigued to find out more.
Okay, I'm going to play a song called Wind Beneath My Wings.
Sure.
Made famous, I think, most recently by Celine Dion.
Yes.
Don't play this. You
I
know
like-
I go all gooey.
This is all gooey for you.
Oh, I love this
You like the song?
I do.
I'm not a creep. I'm not a creep.
Little bit, sometimes. A bit creepy.
Okay.
But anyway, I can't concentrate on other music when we're listening to Radiohead. Don't change it.
No changing?
No.
I
no
can change it.
changing. No.
No changing.
Because we all want the guitar rip now, so we have to stay for the guitar rip.
Vum, vum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wop wop.
Wop up.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're also going to be talking about wearable air conditioners.
Get out of here, fam.
No, you're going to put it in your pocket like a little credit card. Here we go. No, next break. And you're going to put it in your pocket, and it's going to cool your body temperature by 13 degrees Celsius.
That won't do anything.
Well, they're saying that it will, so I beg to differ.
By the way, it has nothing to do with big guys, brother. You said big guys. It's not big guys, though.
Big guys get hot
Nah.
and are hot. Here we go. There we go.
We're taking over
Okay, we can go now.
Radiohead. Ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings to everybody tuning in.
Music's greatest songs. Greatest songs. Worth covering. Original classic hitmakers.
Now this song has done its rounds. It's been there, this song. You might have different versions of it in your family or your life. You know, it could go anywhere, to be honest, because if I tell you that Wind Beneath My Wings, which was covered by Celine Dion, and the most famous version is actually by Bette Midler. The most successful version is by Bette Midler. And Bette Midler is someone I'm going to talk about today because she's incredible. She came up in the Music Greats a couple of days ago and it made me go, oh, I must do a Bette Midler song. But the thing is, this song also has, dear meaning to me. And so I'm going to take a minute, probably two, from the Music Greats just to tell you my personal story of Wind Beneath My Wings, because it's something that I tell with great shame,
No,
but
tell us.
but also pride that I look back on the young me being an actress and I think, Mike, you know what? You went for it. You did it. So...
Tell us the story.
Right, my dad's
Take us back.
an actor.
Yes.
He's in EastEnders. Okay. Now, at this point, I am... I've just come out of my performing arts degree. I've had my headshots done. All actors do this. And you've got your CV where you've written that you've been literally in nothing. You're sending that out and you're trying to get auditions everywhere. Okay. And I get this audition for a play.
I don't want to cut you off, but what is it about the headshot that makes a difference? Why it's like
They need
it's
to
like
see you
like
when...
physically?
Yeah.
Because it's just a picture.
Yeah, it's a 5'8".
Yeah.
But they have to see you because do you look right for the role that they are obviously casting you in?
Okay.
So there's this new play at a very prominent theatre near us, and I get an audition for it. Yeah, they come back and they say, right, we'll see you.
How'd you
come
feel?
to the audition. I run downstairs and I said to my dad, okay, he's literally got the script for the series he's in the UK, biggest
wow.
soon, and he's learning his lines now. I've got an audition. And he went, amazing. Well, what's it for? And I said, this play. I didn't even know the play. And it was a kind of a group setting. It said something that I didn't understand. And I said, what does that mean? He said, it means there's going to be other actors in the audition. They're going to do it together. I went, okay. And I said, I've got to do a song. Now, at this point, my dad went, what?
Yeah.
And I went, I've got to do a song. And he went, right. And then I'm reading the thing and I went, no, I need to take sheet music. And he went, now my dad is the northern typical, right, he's
Straight up.
collapsed with
He's
laughter. He's
straight
going, this is going to be brilliant. He said, can I
can I
come to
watch?
the, he's like, can I come to the audition? I went, don't, I'm nervous enough, we're having that kind of conversation. He's killing himself laughing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had a friend at the time who was also an actor, and he really could sing. He'd been to musical theatre. So I rung him and I went, I've got to sing. And he went, okay, what are you going to sing? I said, well, what have you got the music to? And he went, well, I've got Wind Beneath My Wings. It's a big song though. And I went, no, look, I know that one. I'll take it. Now, at that point, on the phone, he starts going, well, let's do some of the chorus.
Oh, God.
And on the phone, and I'm on the phone going, hi. I mean, just awful, okay? And he's going, no, just pitch a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I turn around and my dad is in the doorway and he's killing himself. And he went, just
funny.
keep it exactly like that, Anna. You're going to nail it.
You're going to get it.
And
I
I'm
love
like,
your dad.
Daddy, get out, slam the door.
That's
Anyway,
so funny.
I get the sheet music, I go along to the audition, and the audition was intense. It was, they said to us, now there's a really intense scene in the play. You're going to need to find your inner being of drama. We want you to pretend that you've got to get from this side of the room to the other side of the room through a mortar attack with the enemy firing at you, and you're climbing through a swamp. Go. So we're all on the floor going, as if we're being shot at, and we look ridiculous.
That's
okay,
funny.
anyway, I did it. And then we went through lots of different exits, and the whole time I'm thinking this is just utterly ridiculous. Anyway, then they went, right, okay, now it's time for the songs. Who wants to go first? And I'm like, no. Anyway,
Anna Schofield.
I waited and waited. I waited outside the room and I was thinking, please let me be last. I don't want anyone to hear me howling. Anyway, there was loads of girls, and in the end it was my turn to go. And I went in, and there's a pianist, and there's four. There's a casting director, there was the director, there was someone else. And I
Was one of them smiling at least?
They were sort of smiling, but they were also just that we've got a lot of girls to get through, so let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I went, hi, and they went, Anna, great. What are you going to sing for us? Wind Beneath My Wings. And amazing
That's a great song.
Great song. Okay, lovely. The pianist, she takes the music and she went, okay, what key do you want it in?
Oh.
And I went, as it comes. because I don't know.
She's a pro, bro.
I know.
You know, as
And
it
she-
comes, whatever, throw it my way, I'll do it. It's
And
like,
she-
as it comes. It's
I
like,
didn't-
okay.
Yeah, as it comes.
He probably
And
thought you were a master at this point.
she just went, okay, all right. And she starts playing. And off I go, and I'm singing this thing, and I'm wrecking it. And I heard that apparently either if you think you can't sing, you've just got to go for it, because
Yeah.
sometimes passion can win over
True.
the moment.
Maybe.
So we get to, there's a bit at the end of this
Yeah.
song where she suddenly starts doing that climb. Oh my,
Wow.
oh my.
I want video footage of that day.
And they were filming it and everything. And then at the end I had to
Speak
go,
them.
thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
And
I'm going to
leave.
leave right now.
The worst thing is I came out and 5 actresses were all going,
Oh, no way.
yeah, but there was one girl who was worse than me. And she did a happy song. There's no business like show business. She was doing that, and we were all killing ourselves laughing. So you can see why.
But speaking about it now, after years and years, how do you feel about this song?
I'm so proud of myself for doing it.
Okay.
The things I did in those auditions, I mean, no matter
loved
what
it.
you
You wanted
me,
to try it, yeah.
I wanted to do it, and I would do whatever it took.
Did they give you any sort of feedback, or you just
no,
left out?
just
You
no
left the-
callback, nothing.
You just left the room.
I just
they
said
didn't say
that
thank
we'll
you.
let you know. We'll let you know. That's what they say. We'll
let you know.
We'll let
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. Yeah, you
I
won't,
hate
will
that
you?
line, the
yeah.
we'll be in touch line.
We'll be in touch.
Man, okay, that's a
Needless
really
to
good
say.
intro for the
didn't
song.
get
Now
it.
I like the song more.
And I did the whole song, by the way. So everything you're about to hear Bette Midler do. And she didn't sing it that much better than me.
Yeah, that's
But,
true. We'll find out.
This song, can I just tell you some really funny things about it? It's either called The Wind Beneath My Wings or Wind Beneath My Wings or Hero, which is what you thought it was.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
It's sometimes referred to as Hero, but it's called Wind Beneath My Wings. It was written in 1982, and it was recorded as a country tune.
What?
On a country and western album. Can you believe that? Kamahi, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a guy who sung it as well.
Ah.
Anyway, the person who wrote the song went, this is not supposed to be a country song, and they refused to let it be released, so it wasn't. And then a couple of other people got hold of it, and like Colleen Hewitt sang it, Lou Rawls sang it, Gladys Knight and the Pips, they had a go in 1983.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Gary Morris, again, he sang it.
Gary Morris. I think that's the version I know.
Is that the one you know? Well, then finally, Bette Midler does the film Beaches. And this song is used. This is 1986 at this point. And then finally, it met its game. And they released it as a song. It was just a huge hit. It spent 1 week at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1989. It won Grammy Awards for both Record of the Year and Song of the Year in 1990. On October the 24th, 100 songs survey of top tunes. Oh, it came in. It came in the top 100 songs in the survey done. Yeah, for
Wow.
American cinema. Everyone just absolutely loves it, and
It's a great
obviously
song.
it's a great song and sung by Bette Midler. It's quite amazing. Let me quickly tell you about Bette Midler because she is incredible, and then we're going to listen to it. 1945, she was born. Singer, songwriter, actress, comedian, film producer. Born in Honolulu in Hawaii. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, began her professional career off Broadway, off. And she talks about that and says, like, I was so far off, I was practically in another country. She's like, off. But she did Fiddler on the Roof, she did Broadway shows, she did Salvation, she did lots of things. And then she started singing in sort of local restaurants and clubs and managed to build up a core following and ended up with a record deal. But she's won 3 Grammy Awards, 4 Golden Globes, 3 Emmy Awards and a Tony. I mean,
Really?
the woman is amazing, yeah. She released 14 studio albums as a solo artist. Get this, she sold over 30 million records worldwide and has received 4 gold, 3 platinum and 3 multi-platinum albums by the RIAA. So
Yeah.
this woman, is an absolute monster. Just Golden Globe for her acting. And if you have seen Beaches, if you haven't, prepare, get the tissues, get the chocolate, sit down and enjoy. It's about friendship more than anything else. And the ending is so sad that you won't recover for a while. I remember watching it and thinking, I wish I had that friendship. But the scene of her at the end, all I'm going to say, I won't spoil it if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but not turning up to the gig to deal with what's going on. is one of those.
It's crazy scene.
It's a crazy
remember.
scene because you see the audience and they're all calling her name and magical.
Yeah.
So when you hear this song, it's not necessarily about her husband or anything like that. It's actually about her best friend in the
Oh,
world,
wow.
and it's the most used song, sadly, at funerals.
This song?
In the West, yeah, everyone wants
Really?
to play this one. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's about friendship more than anything.
Pulse 95.
SMS Pulse 95.
We want to hear from you. 4215 anytime.
Pulse 95 and of course Yalla Home, and we are here right through till 8 o'clock tonight. Now we're going to talk about something. I'm going to get all the deets. Stand by.
It's a
Wearable air
sensitive topic.
Well, it's not really.
It is a sensitive topic.
Why?
What you're talking about? You know, if a man or women in this case, like you know, like so they're, you know, it's over sweating. Is that what you're saying?
No. Not over sweating.
Or
No.
overheating?
No. Someone who wants to cool down. I'm going to get the exact things because you said something earlier that made me think, right, I've got to make sure that I get this completely right. So I am going to make sure I get it completely right. You might have to give me a few seconds.
The one I'm talking about, it was like a shirt that you wear and it somehow circulates around your body because it's
Right.
it's the areas where around your body where it needs kind of cooling. So
Yeah.
this one is a shirt that kind of keeps cooling around the areas in your body where you could have
And
an
they
excessive
have
sweating.
been around for a while, yeah. So there are all sorts of clothes that you can do.
Sure.
No, this is not this.
Ah.
This is Sony, and this is a tiny device recently launched in Japan. He's all over it. It's
wanna
bending
see- I
to
wanna
see the
see that.
photo. Okay, here it is. Here's the thing.
That calms you down, cools you down.
Oh wait, I'm going to tell you how.
Okay.
So it combats climate change if released worldwide. That's what they think.
Okay.
Okay, this is what they're saying. So it's an air conditioning little unit thing, and it's the warmer the planet gets, the more air conditioning units we need to keep ourselves cool. And so what they're saying is that if we can actually calm people down and cool people down, we won't need to use air conditioning so much. But while it's possible to design
Interesting.
new buildings that reduce the need for air conditioning, this isn't necessarily prioritized by developers, blah, 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 blah. They're trying to, but yes, here we go. So, recent efforts by scientists to combine electronics and clothing to make individual air conditioning units have been yielding results. And one of the first to reach the market was the Rion Pocket. It was launched last week by Sony. It's only available in Japan, but they want to roll it out worldwide. It's small, very light, it weighs 80 grams, and apparently it reduces the surface body temperature by as much as 13 degrees, simply by slotting into a pouch in a special V-neck undershirt. So you put it, it's a
special shirt.
wrist-worn device. Yeah, so you can wear it on your wrist, and it's got this personal thermostat. And they said it's going to lower the body temperature by 35%.
Yeah, see
It's
that?
amazing.
It's amazing. It's also a bit, I think, a bit scary. Maybe, you know. Again, you don't know if you control your temperature. If it's
Yeah, how is it doing it?
Yeah.
And yeah, you wear it on your wrist. Amazing.
That's interesting. The ones I was talking about is like a T-shirt that you wear that kind of circulates all your body inside.
And have
which
you
kinda
tried
keeps
it?
No, not yet. It's kind of interesting because like it keeps it. You know, there's a lot of people that suffer from it, and like you understand. Oh, okay. And it's like a simple device that's inside the shirt
Yeah.
that keeps just
The air
circulating,
going around.
happening, which is interesting.
See, this would be a nightmare for me because I know it can sometimes sound sexist, but often women need heat more, and I'm terrible. I'm a cold person. So I'm like these little sun rabbits that they have in Australia. That's what they call me, my family, because they have rabbits that
You get
sit
cold,
on.
you mean quick.
Cold quick, and I like to sit in the sun and bake because that warms me up, and I have to keep myself toasty. I can't let the temperature dip because then I get freezing, and like hands get cold, feet get cold, I get ice block feet, and even in winter here I'll get really cold. I'll have to have slippers on and
Wow.
jumpers, and so but then big units like you, like
Yeah.
Richard, just
It's like a-
warm,
khalas, we're already warm.
nuclear power
Yeah.
stations,
That's
and
true.
that's great, and ladies like me need people
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you.
It's like, it's always you're always warm,
Always
man. Always warm. Yeah.
So I wouldn't need this little unit, but you would.
Does it say how much the price is, or
What does it say?
it'll be interesting? Like if it's
Apparently
I'll be, let us know, ladies and gentlemen, if you would buy something like this. And this is something that you can put in your wrist, apparently, or maybe at the back of your shirt.
And it connects with your smartphone via Bluetooth.
Of course.
Allows you to gently adjust the desired temperature.
Yeah.
You can give yourself a cool blast in boost mode.
That's
and
crazy.
sensors regulate the temperature, while movement detectors provide extra cooling when you're active. Ooh.
That's crazy. So you're doing a workout with I'm on a duty, and all of a sudden,
Whack
you're not
up.
sweating.
Yeah, whack up the old
And he tells you,
debris.
why you're not sweating? I'm like, I'm not sweating. That's the way it is.
Yeah, you can be like, so I got my cooler on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got my Sony cooler on.
I got it
It's-
chipped
yeah.
inside me. He's like, what? Chipped inside what?
But I'm
Yeah.
working hard. Look at me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's quite good. There's lots of people in my life that would really benefit from this. 'cause
It's
they're too
interesting.
hot.
Definitely interesting. We're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Pulse 95.
It's Yalla Home, and we only have today and tomorrow left of this week because we're heading to Eid al-Adha weekend. Yay! And it's Yalla Home. We're live through till 8 o'clock tonight. Big Hass and Anna Schofield. Now,
I was just thinking to put this on while we're talking to Andrea Bocelli.
yeah,
Exactly the same opposite.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
suppose.
he got the Snoop Dogg attitude.
Yeah, he went mad on
What do you
them.
say? What do you say?
So the headline is he was humiliated and offended by Italy's lockdown.
Okay.
Here's the rub. So he said people should ignore rules on. This is what Andrea Bocelli has said, by the way. This is not from Hass and I. We are literally quoting him, and
Okay.
it is quite a shocker.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm intrigued.
Ignore rules on mask wearing and social distancing, and he knows no one who has been admitted to intensive care.
Oh, wow.
Now, he went bad on them. He's attacked his government over its handling of the coronavirus outbreak, saying that the whole thing was humiliating. He spoke at a conference where he admitted he broke lockdown rules because he felt he had committed no crime. His comments came as a surprise. No
course,
kidding,
I'm
Batman.
surprised.
Yeah, I know. He really went feisty. He's
How old is that?
ye-
Like he's 61, huh?
Yeah. And obviously, a big symbolic figure. He
Yeah.
sang in the cathedral in Milan. It was streamed live. It was amazing. But he said, look, he did not think it was right or healthy to stay at home at my age. And he added that he does not believe the pandemic was as bad as the government made out, owing to not personally knowing anyone admitted to intensive care. So what was all this sense of gravity for, he said.
You know, there's a lot of things wrong with that mentality. One of them is like when you don't know anyone. Because we were in the beginning, remember, we were like
We
that.
were a bit scathing, yeah.
We were like that, right? But you can't say no because, again, the COVID-19 it attacks it's respiratory situation.
And they think more. I mean, they think it's attacking other organs now.
No, I know. But again, we're not doctors here. But if your health is not good, then whatever disease will get.
Agreed.
What maybe we feel, maybe he doesn't maybe understand, is that it's a regular flu, cold.
Yeah.
Like it's a coughing. It's your temperature gets high. A lot of people when COVID-19 started up, they just had a flu, not even COVID.
Yeah.
You know, they only had a flu. It's 2 weeks left. Done. A regular flu,
Yeah.
which we all get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see where he's coming from, and at the same time, as a symbolic and a huge symbol, I thought that he did a mistake here because people would listen to him and maybe not express your personal opinion like that.
I know. I think
publicly.
you have to. Well, he then went on to say, let's read books, move around, get to know each other, talk dialogue.
That's
I mean,
important.
He's going.
But,
yeah, but you. And early on in the global outbreak, obviously, Italy was seen as an epicenter of COVID-19. And also have reported that 35,000 people in the country have died.
Yeah.
So it's one of the earliest countries to go into lockdown.
It was crazy bad in Italy.
Yeah. And so for him
It
to
was
come
bad.
out and say,
I just think maybe he's coming out because of that. He's coming out and maybe he's mad with the way they handled it. Now he's saying that it doesn't, again, without getting into this, without getting into stuff like this. Forget that,
no, I mean, yeah.
just forget that.
But I
yeah.
mean, when Andrew Bocelli, the thing is, I think that is it okay to say this? Let's see. So my sister and I laugh at my dad at the moment, my dad and my stepmother, because as they've got older, bearing in mind my dad now is 80 something, there is
Bless
no
him.
filter,
I hear you.
zero filter.
Yeah.
They've decided that they are old enough now,
Yeah.
and they kick off about stuff.
That's interesting.
And you know, you just don't do that so much when you're younger. You get to a stage where, obviously, when you're old and you think, no, I'm going to say it like this, and everyone has to run for the hills around you.
True.
My dad did a whole thing the other day on Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Oh, he just kicked off about her.
He doesn't like her.
No, he wants her to go back to school.
Yeah.
I said, you can't go around saying that.
Yeah,
and then he went on the rant about vegans.
That's funny.
Really funny. And then he said, and I find this so funny, he said to me, thing is, when we go to dinner with our vegan friends, he said, no, when they come to dinner at us, he said, we get the phone call. Don't forget, we're vegans.
Yeah.
And he said, and Lucille has to cook all this food, all this special food, and it doesn't come from here, and it's not mixed with that person,
Yeah.
and it's not from an animal. He said, when we go to their house, we don't ring and go, hi, we eat meat.
Yeah.
You know, he said, we don't put our order in.
Yeah.
We have to go and eat
That's
that
funny.
plastic when we go round to theirs as well. I was
Plastic.
like, Daddy.
That
you
is
have
funny.
to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, really funny. Filter gone.
Yeah.
Pulse 95.
And we're still here right through till 8 o'clock, driving you home across the UAE. Anna Schofield, Big Hass, Pulse 95.
هلا والله هلا وغلا يلا من العايدين ان شاء الله كل عام وانتم بخير قبل الزحمه, you know what I mean? Yes.
واحد.
Yes, we're going to talk Arabic the whole day right now.
شكرا.
We're going to be talking about what does يعني mean
Yes, and I love this. So Syed from the National.
from the National.
And he literally is bringing these words that actually some of, I'm learning from you. So
Yeah.
I learned what Yalla was because it's the name of my show.
Yeah.
And I use shukran as much as I use thank you now. Wahed,
واحد, which
Is it-
means two.
Do you know why I know Wahed?
No, doesn't
Is it
mean
number
two.
one or is it number one?
One.
Yeah. So that's the one as an expert. No, but I had to check though. I had to check. So I remember hearing Wahed for the first time at the airport and just thinking that is, as a sound, you don't know
It's good.
what it means to a Western person because it's just so unusual.
Right.
And when it's said beautifully.
Wahed.
Wahed. It's very dramatic.
Very.
And it has this middle section and then it lands on a d. It's wahed. Like
Yeah.
it's the whole thing going on. And that's the number that stands out. When you're listening to Arabic in the airport, that word stands out all the
Wow.
time. Anyway, so that's that one. But also when you're listening to a phone system and they start in
Yeah.
Arabic, you hear wahed.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
if you want
Press 1 if you want to talk to Anna. Press 2 if you want to talk to Big Hass.
There was I'm just going to tell you this right now. There was 3 moments last week where I told people to dial a certain number, and every
wow.
time they did, it was me.
Oh,
and I
smart.
was laughing the hardest, and I was like, "Why are you not impressed by that?" My family are just like,
They're not
whatever.
impressed or?
Well, I rang Property Finder. We were looking
Yeah.
for villas.
Yeah.
Welcome to Property Finder. I'm like, it's me.
Oh, that
Family
was you,
don't
nothing.
care. Then we need to send a package. DHL.
Ah.
Welcome to DHL. No one's impressed.
We gotta put you here, Sharjah Broadcast Authority.
Yeah,
That'd be super dope.
I'd like to do that.
Welcome to Sharjah Broadcast Authority, and then become yes, اضغط واحد, اضغط اثنين.
Yeah, I do it for free.
Wow.
I would.
Oh, we heard you.
Yeah?
We heard you.
Let's see if our bosses are listening.
Pulse 95 Music. Great covers. Covered.
Pulse 95 Music.
Pulse 95's Yalla Home, Anna Schofield and Big Hass. Let's talk about a legend that we lost in the last couple of days. Her name is Olivia de Havilland, and she was best known for Melanie in Gone with the Wind. Now, who's watched, hands up, careful if you're driving, who's watched Gone with the Wind recently?
Not recently, but yeah.
But you have watched it.
Of course.
From beginning to end?
Yeah.
Good. You need to, because it's a monster movie. It's
a great
like
film.
2.5 hours.
Oh,
or
3
something.
hours? Yeah.
Yeah, big, and that was cut down. I mean, they filmed and filmed and filmed. Loads.
Yeah.
They lost so much money.
For me, to be honest, it's not my favorite. Like, it's not
No.
a Godfather for me. If I want to
Right.
watch something, I'll watch that. But that's very, oh yeah, he's a man. He likes The Godfather. Yeah, I think. Have you seen The Godfather?
Oh my goodness, numerous times.
3 parts.
My dad is with you. He would just sit there.
It's like,
yeah. It's
I never
amazing.
get bored of that because it taught me life. And yeah, but now we're not talking Godfather. I think
No.
Godfather. Well, maybe we'll talk about The Godfather tomorrow because there's a lot of things I want to say.
All right, and we talk about it a lot because it's a monumental picture. But so is Gone with the Wind.
Yes.
But Gone with the Wind is a monumental picture in a different way because it nearly broke the studio that made it. They had a director sort of gone mad who just was doing
yeah.
stuff, So there's lots of kind of backstory to it. They cast Vivian Lee, it was Vivian Lee, wasn't it, as the lead, and so many actresses wanted that role.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredible, and it takes you through the
But I
Civil
think
War.
Vivian made the role, in my opinion.
Oh, me too.
Like
Me
it
too.
was someone else. I don't know. I don't
It
know
wouldn't
if
have been the same, would
Nah.
it? No. It had to be Vivian Lee. She was incredible. But the lady who played Melanie, who was so nice to
Yeah.
Scarlett. Oh my! I remember Scarlett doing it. And who played Melanie, the nicest lady in the whole world, married to Ashley, who, of course,
Yeah.
Vivian Lee was in love with.
Yeah.
That's the actress we're talking about, and her full name is so grand. I want this name, Olivia de Havilland. The fact she's got a de in the middle is just fantastic.
Yeah.
She won an Oscar and all sorts during her life. When she died a few days ago, she was 104, and she was the oldest performer to have won an Oscar ever.
Wow.
You know, she sat there going, yeah. She was the winner of 10 Academy Awards, ranked as an all-time box office champion. And widely, I mean, obviously Gone with the Wind has come out now and been named as one of the films that glorifies
Yeah.
slavery. Do you think
That's-
it glorifies it?
I just think, when was it released?
Oh, yeah,
So,
1939.
Yeah, see, again, there were a lot of things right now that you see,
Do you think it I mean, it's the word glorified in that statement. I think it's important to draw attention to the fact that America has this history, because we must not forget
Yeah.
that took place. That
Yeah.
people were made
I-
slaves of other people based on color. We mustn't forget that, because if
You-
we forget it, it'll happen again.
You said that the other time, and I wanted to comment on that. Like when you said that, it was more like a, yes, it's
But
a
I don't
fact.
want it to be glorified.
Exactly.
By the way.
Yeah.
It's the glory thing.
Yeah. Is it a fact? Yeah. It's like more like a. Is
Yeah.
it documented?
It's a
yeah.
horrific
It
fact.
is like a horrific fact.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Glorified though. What does glorified mean? Like you're.
Means making it
you're-
look good or okay. You're making it look shiny and fine.
And I think
of
this
course
is where
not.
it's a very tricky part. Like this is where some people might see it a different way.
Yeah.
Some people might not see it a different way. So.
Well, I don't know whether it glorifies or not. I remember being horrified, but at the same time, you have an interesting relationship between Scarlett O'Hara, which
Yeah.
is Vivian Lee's part, and the slaves that they had in their house. So they lived in the Deep South, and they had slaves, and then the slaves were very loyal to them. So some of them wouldn't leave, even though the Civil War was raging around them, and that's why they lost all their money. And that's the story. They lost all their money because of the Civil War, and the North, actually won and took over and freed the slaves in theory. But of course, you're on the side of Vivian Lee because she's the lead. So I suppose in a way it does glorify it. And so I see why
People would
why people would object to the
And
movie.
especially,
I
like I
get
said,
it.
especially now. Maybe back then they would see it as, oh yeah, but now we're really vocal about
Yes.
nothing can get past. Like if we're on the radio right here and we say something,
Yeah.
people can flag
End.
it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it's just
so.
But anyway, we're here celebrating the life of an actress that
this wonderful actress.
to live 104 years old. For me, that was like, you asked me a question before, like, do I want to live 104? Like that's up to God. Like but what are the things that she's seen in 104 years?
Oh, can you imagine? 1916.
Yeah.
That's when she was born. 1916.
It's
and
just
it's
subhanallah,
2000.
yeah.
2020. She did dramas, westerns. She was in westerns. She did period pieces. She was Maid Marian in The Adventures of Robin Hood. Maid Marian. I always wanted to play that role. I would have been a good Maid Marian. But I mean, she just did, film after film after film. And she got Alzheimer's, which is a shame. And also narrated a series about it. And just amazing, amazing life. But we lost her, 104 years old. Amazing.
Pulse 95.
Yalla Home, 20 to 8. Nice having you with us here. Oh,
Nice having you with us.
and now I'm fine. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Nice having
I had a banana earlier.
Why do you have a banana? You're the one that told me banana's not good for your voice.
No, I know, but they're
You're a
good for your
voice-
body.
Yeah, I know.
So I had it for my body.
For your body. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Yani. Okay?
Yani.
The brother Said from the National always comes in. The last time he spoke about this, he spoke about the meaning of shwaya. And now he's discussing the meaning of Yani.
I love this
This
because
is-
I'm learning these words. They're staying with me.
Yeah. It
I
is
can
one of the
handle one a
most
week.
kind of, used words in Arabic language from anywhere. Like he's saying from the streets to the boardroom. people use it, but what does it actually mean, and in what way does it come? So here goes.
Okay, go.
One is as the Arabic version of
Right, of going,
Yeah.
like finding the next thing to say.
Exactly.
So you'd go,
This is the
yani.
main reason it keeps so many Arabic conversations, you know? Yani is some sort of a crutch used to buy you a few seconds to consider. Yani. For example, you ask me, what do you think of Gone with the Wind? I'm like, yani. So I don't like it that much or whatever, you know? Like it's
Yeah,
just
but
more
that's
like
then that's a negative.
yeah. It depends how you're saying it, and I'm coming with you. So it depends how, you know.
Okay.
So for example, for many people, particularly fast talkers like Saeed, yani is a subconscious part of our speech, and he uses it a lot. For example,
Like a joining word. Like
yeah,
and
exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Number two is like used as an elaborator. This is when the word enters the boardroom. When used as an elaborator, yani is the Arabic equivalent of, for example, or meaning. This is where the chief executives appreciate this use. You know, it's for example.
Okay.
So yeah, yani, huh? See, I just said it. Oh my God, I'm just saying it
You
to
just
you right
said it
now.
then?
Yeah.
Before you explained.
Yeah. So for example, I'm you know, like this phone, yani, you know, and you use it to explain, you know, like a phone, like an iPhone has that, and you explain. It's like for example.
Okay.
But again, it depends how you're using
Or
it.
what I'm hearing is you see.
Yeah, could be that.
This phone, you see.
Could
it's
be that.
like,
Could be
okay,
that.
Okay.
It definitely could be
I
that.
can do this.
Number three is with other Arabic words, meaning yani can also get you teary-eyed with the help of few more Arabic letters, because in translation to mean, the word can be spun off to be used in a passionate exchange. Oh man, I can't believe he spoke about that. For example, ya'nini stands for means to me, while ya'niki means ya'nik means interest to you, and I'll explain in a minute. And as how does this interest to you? Okay, so it. Oh,
Go,
man.
Has.
Okay.
Hit us. We're ready to use it.
Okay, so
Yannick.
no, yani it's used in other words. It's used in other words, meaning. So the word is yani, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if you say ya'nili,
Oh.
ya'nili means like it means to me.
To me.
To me.
So the person who's saying it.
Yeah.
So if
for example,
I'm like,
if you want to say,
Yanili, it means
Yeah.
it's interesting to me.
yeah, if you say like, you know, it's important. That day means a lot to me because it's ya'nili, you know, the birth of my daughter, for example.
Okay,
you know?
so if I said
Yeah.
my daughter Lola Yanili.
Oh yeah, of course. That's of course. You know,
Right.
that means she means to you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Okay, got
yeah.
it.
Oh man, this is crazy.
This is-
Yeah. I mean, you know, like it's just he goes on, and I think it's really interesting. And I don't know. There's a picture of Yanni here. I don't know why he wants to. Yanni is not to be confused with Yanni. He's just saying. You know,
Right.
that's why the picture is there.
What,
So just
Yanni
putting it
as
up.
in our boss, Yanni?
Oh, Yannis. No, I mean, yeah, shout out to Yannis.
But I call him Yanni.
But yeah, there's the pianist, you know, Yanni. You know this guy, the pianist. He's a legendary guy.
Is he? No, I don't really know him.
Oh, I'm sure you know Yanni. What? Okay, it's 7:50 right now, or 45 p.m. I'm pretty sure you know Yanni. You've never seen this man before?
No.
Wait, Double R, you know Yanni.
If he was in a lineup, I wouldn't be able
the
to.
pianist. How come no one knows Yanni? Am I the only one here that knows Yanni?
But you know him. Introduce me.
Of course.
Yes, make the introduction.
I'm
Anna,
telling
this
you, I'll
is
definitely
Yanni.
just hit him up. He's like only one of the most amazing, incredible entertainers of our time.
Is he?
Fam, he is a
Oh.
legend.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Yanni.
Okay, hello, Yanni. Yeah, but man, oh man, I mean, this is a beautiful way to end. You know, the show. We are, approaching, of course, the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. But peace and blessings to everybody here. We wish you all the best. We're gonna have a long weekend, right?
We're going to have a long weekend.
Oh, her.
Beautiful.
She
Eid
smiles right now. Yeah.
Yes, lovely. So tomorrow will be like Thursday.
True.
So it'll be the day before the launch of the 4-dayer, which is very, very exciting. And then, of course, we'll have Thursday off. But during the weekend, we will all be in, all the presenters. It'll be such a good show during
Yeah.
the weekend. Do tune in to Pulse 95. It's not one time that'll be brilliant. It'll be the whole weekend. No, but there's one particular day that's very special. And they let us I was trying to explain it to someone earlier.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, we get to do links and radio
Yeah.
with other presenters who are here at Pulse 95 that we just like and would like to be on air with. And I think it's a really all-encompassing, celebratory kind of way to do it. It's lovely.
100%.
So that's what's happening at the weekend. So
We love
join
you
us for
guys.
that.
We salute you.
This is Pulse 95.
Hard of Shot.